There are 5 things you need to know about your hair. So when you purchase a product, you are purchasing the right type of product for your hair. When you go to a professional hairstylist and you need to change your hair color or you need a tint touch-up, you need to know your natural hair color. Because if you have not done your color for a very long time, your color from the root, the regrow, or the color that you have is going to appear much darker than your natural color. So you will need to know that. The important things that you need to know about your hair is the natural wave pattern of your hair. So many women do not know that they actually have wavy hair because they are comparing the wave as someone who is very natural curly and they think they have straight hair. Another things you need to know that is very important is the porosity of your hair. If you do not know that, I would advise you to go to a professional and ask her or him to really tell you all these important things about your hair. So when you purchase the product, you're not listening to, well, it is good to listen to YouTuber. It is good to listen to advice, but you don't want to just grab something because someone told you that it was good. You want to know that this product is good for your hair. If you have wavy hair and you want straight hair, well, it depends on how heavy and wavy is your hair. It was not straight the hair like if you were using a flat iron, but if you utilize a smoothing shampoo, a smoothing conditioner, and a smoothing serum, that will solve the solution. The same thing if you have straight hair and flat hair. If you want to amplify your hair, you would want a voluminized shampoo. You may want to look into thickening shampoo that swallow the cuticle of your hair and make your hair to appear much fuller. You would want to get the whole product, not online, but go to a professional and let her explain in detail what product would give you the most voluminized hair result. How many times I have heard that a client came and say that she had an horrible experience getting a tint touch-up. My friend, do you know that there is so much to learn about color, hair color? It is easy for the first time to change from brown to blonde, but to get the same result the next time around, it is not the same. Because if your hair was darker when you got your hair lighter, when the hair regrow, depending on the level of the color that you have right here, is going to appear to be darker. So understanding the color level is really up to a professional. But if you go to a professional and ask the professional kindly and say, well, I know I'm a blonde, but could you please tell me what is the level color of my blonde? Because this will be very important the next time that you go get a tint touch-up. And if you're level 9, you're not going to go to level 6 or level 7 because that's going to be dark. It is going to be in the same family as the gold. And of course, this, just understand the basic concept of how is your hair color and what is the color level of your hair. Did you know, my friend, that there are so many hair color level and brown and black? My mother had beautiful dark black hair, and one of the very unusual hair color was her hair color was black ebony. And if you look at the black ebony hair at the sunlight, it has some blue effect. And this is very important when you get to be a certain age, and if you wanted to recreate this color, to know this is the darker color, but to recreate that black ebony that no longer there, it may need to touch of a spark of blue to give this reflection. Did you also know that from the black, when you go to level 1 to level 2, you're still between the black, but it's a little bit lighter. So learning these basic would be very important for you, especially if you decide to take the color in your hand and start playing with your hair color. You will not mess it up, because you will know that between the brown, between the blonde, and between the red. So between the brown, there's the black, there's the brown, and there is light brown, medium brown, and light brown, and then you're going to get to the blonde, and then you would get to the very light blonde and the pale blonde to white. So it is very important to know these very basic. And again, I'm not here to give you a color theory lecture. I want you to understand that the next time you go to a professional, you ask this question: what is my hair texture? How do my hair feel like? Is my hair is coarse? Is my hair is fine? Is my hair is thin? Is my hair is curly? Is my hair is natural curly and wavy? Is my hair is curly, kinky curly? This will determine very precisely what shampoo and what product you need to know and you need to buy. So you don't just purchase any product that somebody is advertising. Whatever they advertise, it could be good, but always make sure you have some basic knowledge when it comes to understanding your hair texture, understanding your hair color, your natural color, understanding your natural wave pattern. If it's straight, if it's wavy, if curly, it's natural curly, wavy and curly. My hair is naturally wavy and curly, and is so very unevenly curly and wavy at some part. So it's very important to know that. Why? Because natural curly hair are usually a little bit dry than other hair. If your hair is straight and coarse, it's going to be very resistant, not just to color, but also to permanent waving, and also to curling and using a curling iron. So if you know that your hair is coarse, then you will have to use strong product. That is the porosity of your hair. How is your hair is absorbing the water? The more your hair absorbs the water, that means that your hair lacks the porosity, and that means that you may need to have a moisturizing shampoo and a moisturizing conditioner. And I will suggest to really utilize a leave-in moisturizer that will keep the moisture. Okay, so these are very important aspects on how to maintain your hair healthy and learning to be knowledgeable about your hair. My friend, it is important to know your hair texture. Texture refers to the degree of the thickness, of the thinness of the hair. If your hair is fine, if your hair is wavy, if your hair is wiry, so that is the texture of the feeling of your hair. The next time you go to your professional hair colorist, it would be very important for you to ask this question: what is the color brand that you are using on my hair? Now, they do not have to reveal the formula because that is specifically professional, and they may and may not want to share the formula. But what they do need to tell you is what brand of color that she or is using. Is it Redken? Is it Goldwell? Is it Framacy? Is it Matrice? Is it Schwarzkopf? We can go on and on with lots and lots of Paul Mitchell also has color. Depending on the color brand, you are going to get a different result. So let's say that you have a beautiful color and you really like, and your hair colorist utilize Goldwell on your hair, but then she's gone, maybe she moved, or maybe she's on vacation, and all you need is a 10 touch-up, and you go somewhere, and instead to have Goldwell, you have Framacy. My friend, Framacy is a very strong color brand that is created in Italy, and they actually have 4 levels darker than the natural color between Goldwell. Goldwell is a little bit lighter than Redken. So you see that if you're going to get your 10 touch-up and you end up darker or with a slice bandana, it's because she uses a different color brand. She did not make mistake. She doesn't have it. When you go to a different hair salon, they can only advise you what they have. They're not going to send you across the street. They can only advise you and sell you what they have, what they personally like, and what they believe would be good for your hair. That doesn't mean when you go to a different hair colorist that she has made a mistake. No, she doesn't have that color brand and is not going to match it. So make sure that the next time you go to your hair colorist, ask her, could you please share with me what color brand that you are using on my hair? And if she's kind, you can ask her what level. Is it level 9? Is it level 7? Is it level 6? That's going to make a big difference. This is a level 8 right here. See how dark it is? But I dark a little bit with a level 7, and this is a level 9. Look at the difference if I get a 10 touch-up. Now, I add a little bit of red intensifier, but this is Goldwell color. But you can see the difference between a level that you end up with a totally different hair color that you may not like. So this is something that why I want to share with you, and this is why I create my YouTube channel, is to share my professional advice for you when you go to a professional hair colorist to ask these questions.